Performed by the Velvet Notes Open Mic Jam Band. That's a favorite of our guitarist, Bill Hart from Canada. Give him a hand, man. So usually when a host takes over the night, they do some sort of singing or playing. But I do not have those skills. So tonight, I'm going to MC us along, but I'm also going to tell you what I love about each one of these guys. You get to hear that throughout the night. Woohoo! Well, they want to hear it, even if you don't. So, Bill is from Canada, but he makes his jokes in American English. I don't know if it helps, but I enjoy laughing with him or at him. It's wonderful. But no, the thing I just want to tell you, I'm so thankful for a couple of things when it relates to you. One is that I can call you at any time of the day or night, and you'll pull a band out of midair when I need one. And another thing is that even though your life hasn't always been easy, you are full of love. Thank you. So this is how Open Mic Jam goes. We band plays sometimes, you guys play sometimes. We have a sign-up list, just so you all don't rush to the stage all at once. And you can play an instrument, you can sing, you can do spoken word if you would like. You can just get up here and ramble on incoherently until we take the microphone away from you. Something like that. But it's really an opportunity for you for us to share with each other. We've spent some time with our friends and family, or if you're like me, you've spent some time alone in your apartment, and now it's good to see other human beings. So this is that, and we're so happy that you're here, and we're so thankful for all that you've done to support us over this year and the years that have gone past. I understand that we have an anniversary in the house. Is that right? A birthday in the house? Is that right? Am I teetering on the brink of delusion? Okay.
It's just that rambling incoherent.
All right.
It is our velvet note anniversary.
It's your velvet note anniversary?
There you go.
What does that mean exactly?
So, before we moved to Georgia,
Oh,
we were here last Thanksgiving, and
Okay.
we were in a hotel, and we put an offer on a house out in Roswell,
okay.
and we came here on Thanksgiving night.
Excellent.
Aw.
So
Excellent.
this is our anniversary.
Oh my goodness. Happy anniversary! All right, we're gonna let the big band throw down once more before we go to the list.
Let's do your own sweet way. With E flat. Ready, Billy?
Yep. Your Own Sweet Way
By Dave Brubeck.
by Dave Brubeck. Something I say when I'm driving behind people who are really slow. In your own sweet way. Go ahead.
Take your own sweet time.
That is the favorite song of our pianist and band leader, Randy Hexter. Randy, you are one of the smartest people I know. And your word is gold. Your word is gold. Your word is gold. But the thing I love most about you is I always get more from you than I expect. Always. You know, some people, they come in with a lot of flash, and then you look underneath them and you're like, you're the opposite of that. I wouldn't want to play poker with you.
Oh.
All right, this is how it works. There's a sign-up sheet. Don't make me chase you. Okay? And you can play one song, and I may invite you to play another one, or I may not. He has a new guitar tonight. Eddie Rubin, get on up here, honey. That's Eddie Rubin. Thank you, Eddie. All right, next up, we have one of our house favorites. He also happens to be on our advisory board. I haven't seen him for a while, so hopefully he's not out in the parking lot. His name is Bob Bakert. Don't get it twisted, Bob Bakert. Yes. Before we start with Bob, though, I want to remind you that I issued an executive order to reduce our ticket price tonight from $20 to $5. Do you remember that? So, to make sure we're here next week, it's a beautiful tip jar. It has a majesty about it, and it's able to hold all surviving currencies. You can come now, or you can come later. Just please grace it with your presence. Thank you. Hi.
Oh, really?
Nice guitar, by the way. Still have a list. You can still sign up. If you need a drink before signing up, let us know. Okay. We're gonna get to you.
Prepared piano. Ill prepared piano. This is an original composition of Bob's. It's a really cool tune called Spanish Rain. So let's hear it for original compositions. As you may know, the rain in Spain falls mainly in the plain. Nothing. I'm just getting old, that's what's happening.
We're all getting old.
The rain in Spain. It's from my family. It's like K-19. She thinks I'm crazy, but I'm just growing old.
How y'all doing? Did you eat enough stuff? Yeah?
Everybody's in a coma. Thank you, Larry. Thank you, Larry.
beneath your clinging dress, the small of your back, while guitar arpeggios down streets of black. The pearls you wore fell to your breast. My eyes were gazing, guess the rest. It was a time to adore, time for love in the Spanish rain. In the Spanish rain. In the Spanish nights, Barcelona's terracotta, Scarlatti sonatas, in our hearts and in our souls and in our veins. The Spanish rain. Responsible. What does this have to do with me? What is my reaction? What should it be? Driven by this latest atrocity, driven to tears, driven to tears, driven to tears, driven to tears. My comfortable existence is reduced to a shallow, meaningless party. When innocents die, all we do is offer comfort in a magazine. Too many cameras and not enough food, and this is what we've seen. Driven to tears, driven to tears, driven to tears, driven to tears. Protest is futile, nothing seems to get through. What's to become of our world? What are we gonna do?
tonight, did you?
Jazz. It's jazz. Just doesn't sound like it.
Yeah. Where's Rick Stewart?
I'm right here.
Hi, Rick Stewart. You ready? Come on, baby. You take that one if you want, or yeah? Okay.
This woman has a lot of power. I came in just to see my friend Bill. She goes, "You play an instrument?" I said, "No, I sing a little bit." She's like, "Then you're gonna sing." I was like, "Well, I don't really have anything prepared." But has the power of Isis in her voice. And I could see when she was telling the band, "Thank you, you can get a band together in 5 minutes. It's not a request." So happy Thanksgiving, you beautiful human beings. My wife has been out of town for a week, and I thought I'll do something easy, like Lush Life. Don't you know Lush Life? So I think I'm gonna do it Tom Waits style. So it's kind of, if you mess up, it's all right. Usually you go through the whole thing, solo, and then come back in for that last phrase. He's looking very doubtful. So since we're not prepared, and since nothing surprises him, so we're gonna do a little sweet song called Lush Life in the style of Tom Waits.
Used to visit all their gay places, those come what may places, where one relaxes on the axis of the wheel of life to get the feel of life. From jazz and cocktails, the girls I knew had sad, sullen gay faces with distant gay traces. Be there, you could see where they've been washed away by chimney through the day. 12 o'clock tales. Then you came along with your siren song to tempt me to madness. I thought for a while that your poignant smile was tinged with the sadness of a great love for me. Ah, yes, I was wrong. Again, I was wrong. I was lonely again when only last year everything seems so sure. Now life is awful again, a soft full of hearts could only be a week in Paris. What is the bite of it? All I care is to smile in spite of it. I'll forget you, I will, while yet you are still deep inside my brain. Romance is mush, spiteful those who strive. I'll live a lush life in some small time, and there I'll be while I rot with the rest of those whose lives are lonely too. Thank you. Sorry about that. Unprepared.
Rick Stewart. Yeah. Thank you for doing that. Yeah. You've done that before, haven't you? Ah, okay. Oh, he's from Macon. Do you know where Macon is? Okay. It's very near to where I was born. Yes. And the woman beside him is part of a team who answers the telephone for the Velvet Note 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I used to do that. It was not pretty. Thank you, my darling. Get up here, Roy. Do you want to conference with the band? Okay, go tell them, yes.
Good evening. How are you doing? I want to dedicate this to the most beautiful lady I know, Stacy, who's in the audience. You know, but also I want to. One of my biggest supporters was my brother, who I lost a couple of weeks ago, and it coming here, it deja vu. It reminded me of some times that he would be in the audience. He would be here tonight if he was still here. But I want to also dedicate it to all the ladies and all the lovers. This is a beautiful song, and I hope I do it justice, because I really love it. Look at me. I'm as helpless as a kitten in a tree. Seems like I'm clinging to the sky. I don't understand. I get misty holding your hand. Walk my way, and 1,000 violins begin to play. Or is it just the sound of your hello? The music I hear, I get misty holding you near. You may say that I'm leading you on. That's what I want you to do. Can't you see that I'm hopelessly lost? That's why I'm following you. Should I wander through this wonderland alone, not knowing my right foot from my left, my hat from my glove? I get misty, so much in love. what I want you to do. Can't you see that I'm hopelessly lost? While I'm following you. Should I wander through this wonderland alone, not knowing my right foot from my left, my hat from my glove? I get missed. I'm too much in love. Look at me.
That's right.
It feels so good to be with such great musicians. I've enjoyed tonight so much. You know, music, a lot of times, whatever we do here, a little bit of us goes into the instruments and the microphone.
So you got another one for us? All right now.
Trashman, didn't get my trash today. No, I've been caustic on my face. Buses on strike, quarter raise and fare. They could help a little but that's what made the world go round. Me up and down the carousel, changing people hands around. Go on the ground, young man. People make the world go round. Wall Street losers are on every share. They're blaming it on longer hair. Big men sitting in their easy chair with a big cigar without a care. Oh, that's what made the world go round. We up and the carousel, change, people hands around. Go on the ground, young man.
All right, Roy Miller, thank you. Alex Berry, you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Got a big upright bass back there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Are we still gonna arm wrestle with you?
Oh, yeah. That would take two.
Okay, I think he's gonna take your place on the stage, Andre. No one can really take your place, but you know. Okay, all right. Just want to make mention of the fact that the legendary Bernard Lynette just walked in and sat down at the drum kit, just like that.
Perfect, John.
That's good. While we're waiting for Alex, just want to mention the fact that if you'd like to come back this weekend, we're closed tomorrow night, but we'll be fresh and vivacious on Saturday, ready for you with the music of Mercy Myra and the Bill Hart International Jazz Fusion Band. Mercy is a Kenyan-born singer, and she's phenomenal. She's got a great band behind her. All your friends who are visiting you and this weekend will think you're very cool. Bring them. Do you know that Atlanta was named the #1 place to be for Thanksgiving? Did you know that? Yeah. By like a credible publication, not just me having a conversation with myself. But I'm telling you, we were. And so I'm sure they considered the Velvet Note when they came out with it. I'm just telling you.
Because Bill Hart.
Alex, you ready? Okay, you know how to herd these cats, right? All right, take it away.
All right. Mrs. Fields cookies. Or Mrs. Smith's pies. I met Mrs. Fields at the, Mrs. Who is it who has the cookies? She looked like Lonnie Anderson. She was like a really good-looking lady. Mrs. Fields cookies. I thought she was going to be a granny. She was like,
Cookies, eh?
yeah. Fetching cookie lady. Now, also last year I played a Spanx Christmas party. Everybody's butt looked great. Huh?
Oh, you're on fire.
Yeah, sure. All right.
Yes, Alex Berry on upright bass with the young, sexy Terrence Harper on trumpet. If you wear your sunglasses at night, I'll call you young and sexy too. So we're gonna give these guys a little bit of a break. You cannot imagine the talent that is flowing in here. It's amazing. Larry, are you gonna play one song? One. You want to play one song? Did you bring your guitar? You got to get ready too. Just trying to think of somebody who doesn't have to get ready. All right, we'll just hang out and talk. How you guys doing? Chris, are you gonna need a full band behind you? You gonna need a pianist? Just tell me yes or no. Okay, all right, cool. Joyce needs a pianist. Lady in the front row who I've never met, would you like to sing a song without a pianist? Would you like to sing a song without a pianist? Yeah, you. This is your opportunity. All right, take it away. Do it. No piano. You're leading this song, Andre. We're just waiting for you. All right, this is it.
Hello. Welcome to the Velvet Note, folks. My doctor, I saw him the other day. He suggested I cut back on my drinking. He said, could you just get down to 1 cup of wine a day? I said, yeah, I think I could do that. I guess the blues band's not going to join me tonight. I'll do a original here, I guess, just myself. Call it my one and only. I believe love at first sight. Oh, I remember the night like it was the other day. goes down to only you. I felt that way then, I feel that way today. You're the one, you're my only. I better write down things I need to do today. 'Cause if I don't, my day just fade away. I spend the time thinking of you. You're my one, you're my only. I believe in love at first sight. Oh, I remember the night, just like it was long ago. You're the one, you're my only. You're the one, you're my only. Where's my bass player? It reminds me of, I don't know if you know Ray Charles, What I Say tune. I remember meeting him and he told me that was his What I Say, that was a jam, kind of like that. And he turned it into the song. It's pretty cool.
Before you accuse me, take a look at yourself. Before you accuse me, take a look at yourself. Say I'm out with other women, you're out with someone else.
Thank you, Larry.
You're welcome. This is the Velvet Note Blues Band. We're working on it.
Hey, happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
All right. We are rounding the bases on some extraordinary talents continuing through the night. Angela, are you going to do this? Come on, darling. Come on. Where are you from? Wisconsin. All right. Thank you for coming. So, Angela is the third person tonight who wants to play the tune Misty. Do you guys know where Misty came from? Am I the only person old enough to remember that? Okay. So you guys remember this? I'll just say, it's a movie for those of us who were around in the 60s, 70s.
No, you weren't.
I was.
No.
I was.
No.
Yes. Yes, girl. Yes. I got my skincare line coming out soon.
Please?
Yeah. So there's this older actor named Clint Eastwood. Remember him? Okay, so he played a disc jockey, a nighttime disc jockey. And Jessica, what's Jessica's last name? Can't remember it. What's her last name? Anyway, she played a fan of his on the radio. This is when, you could call into the radio station, And she became like a super stalker fan. And he decided that the best way to handle that was to sleep with her. And then she became a super stalker fan who needed a restraining order. And this is a theme song from that movie called Play Misty for Me. And so I'm thinking they must have shown this on television or something because everybody wants to sing it, but it's a lovely tune. It has nothing to do with restraining orders. It's fabulous, and Angela from Wisconsin is gonna throw it down for the second time tonight. Thank you.
Look at me. I'm as helpless as a kitten in a tree, and I feel like I'm clinging to a cloud. I can't understand. I get misty holding your hand. Walk my way, and
may say that you're leading me on, but that's just what I want you to do. Can't you see how helpless I am? That's why I'm following you, my own. Can I wander through this wonderland alone? Not knowing my right foot from my left, my hat from my glove. I get misty whenever you're near. You might say you're leading me on, but it's just what I want to do. Can't you see how helpless I am? That's why I'm following you on my own. Can I wander through this wonderland alone? Never knowing my right foot from my left, my hat from my glove. I get misty and too much in love. Oh, I get misty and too much in love. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you, Angela.
that's worth doing twice.
All right. Chris. Come on up here. So Chris is a whole bunch of talent in one compact package. He is a videographer, editor, filmmaker. He grows his own microgreens and delivers them to residences and businesses, including the Velvet Note. And a while ago, he was here taking some video footage, and he said, "Can I get up there and sing?" I said, "Oh, sure, yeah, you do that." And he was like, "Really good." I was like, "Oh, okay. Please come back." And that is this. So, yeah. You got this? All right.
Thanks, Tamara. In the spirit of Thanksgiving, I figured we'd not only give thanks to those who are present today, but those that came before us. So this is an homage to elders. We're just going off the dome. I wrote this tonight for you guys. It's called Elder of Angels.
How you taught, oh how you taught us all. How we ran across the land with birches fire. How you laughed watching us children play, setting the earth ablaze. Confidence, sweet confidence, utter naivete. And take up the axe. Oh, how you laughed as we tried to conquer the tree. Swing, swing, after tired swing to fell the tree. How we remember you so, with eyes of beyond, wise elder. The spirits you saw, how you taught us of the soul and journeys to go. How we remember how we remember your song, elder of fire. Sleep by the fire in your final days. We would approach to comfort you. Know how you'd awake so sweetly from dreaming of dreams. Perhaps there once more. Shall we meet again? Elder of ours, elder of ours, angel of ours, elder of angels. Oh, sing your sweet lullaby. Tell us where we go after we die. Sing so sweetly to me. Sing that lullaby, say, when we cried in your room. Angel of ours, angel of ours, elder of ours, elder of angels. Sweet angel.
Wow. You know he composed that while he was eating dinner, right?
played every part he told us
Oh,
to play.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Joyce Licorice. If you left your phone in the women's restroom,
I did.
your name is Joyce Licorice.
I did.
Nana, come on back here.
I'm coming back. I'm sitting this down.
Okay, all right. So I met Joyce Licorice when she, with all things masterful, grabbed the winning space in what's called Cobb Idol, which is Cobb County's version of American Idol. There was no question that she was going to win because she's so good. Yes. And we're very blessed to have her here when she wants to grace the stage. Thank you for coming out.
Thanks for the invite. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. So 1 year ago today, I was hosting here, and I met this lovely couple right here. And they were homeless, stranded. They were waiting on a ride outside, and I gave them one. And so it's good to be friends now, a year later. I didn't realize it was exactly a year. So this one's for you. And my love has come along. My lonely days are over, and life is like a song. Oh yes, at last. Well, the skies above are blue. My heart is wrapped up in clover. Since the night I looked at you, I found a dream that I could speak to, a dream that I can call my own. I found a thrill and to press my cheek to a world that I've never known. Oh yeah, you smile, oh, you smile. Yes, indeed, that little bitty spell was cast. For here we are in heaven. For you are mine. Can you play a little something for me? Why get this turkey out my throat, y'all? You guys are awesome. I'm a little hoarse tonight. I literally felt like, I had a little too much turkey and something jumped off in the middle of this song. Y'all still with me out there? Did nobody run out the back door today? Okay. Terrence, you've been hiding in the back. Come on down here. Can Terrence join me on this next one?
Yes.
So you guys are awesome. I just want to say that. I've sang with a lot of bands, and you guys are just phenomenal. Give the band some love, y'all. And this is a love jar, so if you want to make an offering for the band, y'all come and bless this thing.
She sang with a lot of bands.
They live in a van down by the river. True story. Yeah. Terrence, you coming out? I'm going to sing Misty next. I'm just kidding. I am not doing Misty. I'm just joking. I'm joking. I know everybody's saying it. It's like the running joke for the night. I'm not singing Misty. Is he got? Oh, there he is. We're going to do a jazz standard called Summertime. Is that right? And the last time, do you remember what key I sing it in? Because I don't. In the basement. I'm hoarse today. Let me figure out the key. Give me just a minute. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Did you miss me? Okay. Summertime and the living is easy. Fish are jumping and the cotton is high. Oh, your daddy's rich and your mouth looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. This is a sexy people part. So if you're feeling it and you want to do a little shoulder roll with me, come on. Summertime and the living is easy. Fish are jumping, y'all, and the cotton is high. Oh, your daddy's rich and your mouth good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry.
Jennifer Farnsworth? Paging Jennifer Farnsworth? Jennifer Farnsworth.
No, we didn't know. We felt like something was like right there. So maybe a chicken wing, turkey,
Grab your coat and get your hat. Leave your worries at the doorstep. Just direct your feet on the sunny side of the street. Can you hear that pitter-pitter-patch? And that happy tune is your step. Life can be so sweet on the sunny side of the street. I used to walk in the shade with my blues on parade. I'm not afraid, 'cause this rover, they crossed over. If I never had a
Jennifer is going to be singing Brunch at the Velvet Note, which we only allow to happen a couple of times a year because we're night people. She'll be here singing Brunch on, what is it, Sunday the 16th? Something like that. You'll see it on the calendar, but great band, great voice, and absolutely phenomenal. Terrence, you gonna take this one? All righty.
Sentimental mode? I might have to go get a front row ticket on this.
Hey, I'm gonna have to get you on sidewinder next time, bro. I'll get you next time.
Clarence Harper. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We're going to continue our thanks for Thanksgiving mentions next week because I don't want to do any short shrift stuff for my drummer and my bassist. So if you don't get a chance to come, please take a look at us online. You get a chance to hear them perform their favorite songs and a whole roster of great talent. We love doing this for you. Thanks for joining us for Open Mic Jam. We'll see you next time. Good night.